Hi, everyone. Welcome to my podcast, Mind Your Health. Today, I want to talk to you about functional yoga medicine, how it came to be, and why I created it. And in order for me to really explain, I need to explain a little bit more about me. So, I've been a curious little girl since I was very, very young. And I remember always getting into trouble with my mom because I would get into predicaments like falling into a dirty stream of water just because I was curious about what was in it, and playing with dirt or experimenting with food in the kitchen, which would end up a disaster, make a mess. I would get so much in trouble with my mom. And my mom never understood my need to explore and seek answers to my never ending questions, which was a problem. So, for a long time, I thought something was deeply wrong with me because my mom was always mad at me. And she's come to understand me a little bit better today. But I myself have come to embrace my need to know. And I just have this fervent, urge to know more. And I just have this curious nature about me because that never changed. Even as I entered adulthood, when I began formal education or college education, I had an affinity for psychology because I thought that would be a good starting point for everything else to come. Because I felt like I was given the gift of intuition, and psychology kind of went hand in hand with that. But when I got deep into the field of this study, I couldn't fathom being a therapist simply because I couldn't stand sitting long enough to help anyone. Like I had this need to move all the time. So I decided to further my study by studying public health nutrition, where I can get registered dietetics or I can become a registered dietitian. It's a formal licensure that you can work in the hospital where I can be walking around, really, really helping the chronically ill. And I thought it was a perfect profession to help people eat better and help them heal. But I came to quickly understand that the system itself keeps it locked up, so it's limited in how much I can do. And plus, I love the topic of health and wellness, so I got into it. But little did I know that nutrition knowledge really does not change behavior. No matter how sick a patient is, the compliance was out the window. And if I didn't make an impact, it was a no-go for me. And that's why I then decided to go into physical therapy. In my mind, it was a perfect combo to have psychology as a basis and then nutrition and physical therapy to help people optimize their health and lives. I didn't know how, and I didn't know in my young mind that I would run into so many troubles with every didactic study limited to their specific niche or specialty locked into the system. Ineffective because it's not truly integrated. But I had a rude setback as I was getting ready to graduate with my doctorate in physical therapy, getting diagnosed with an autoimmune condition, lupus, which changed everything. I remember thinking my life and career were over. And everyone around me was puzzled as I was the proclaimed health nut, always eating vegetables, refraining from fast foods that my friends would frequent, and exercise was my jam all the time. I had healthy habits like set in stone from a young age. And from the outside, I was the epitome of health, which confused everyone around me when I was diagnosed with lupus. I began to get curious more about health and wellness as a lifestyle, something I can practice every single day. I noticed the more people were obsessed, though, with health and wellness, the sicker they seemed to be. Because of my fervent love of learning, I didn't stop at my doctoral level study. I got obsessed and studied functional medicine, traditional Chinese medicine, Ayurveda, energy medicine, yoga, meditation, Qigong, and Pilates, plus a lot of other peripheral studies. I needed a way to make health and lifestyle a way to, make it a lifestyle and promote the wellness by design. And because of my health struggles with autoimmunity, I tried almost everything. I studied because I felt that the conventional healthcare system was broken is why I knew deep inside that we needed a better way. And that's why really functional yoga medicine is all about self healthcare system, not one that is dependent, but really empowering each and every one of us to create self healthcare system, which can only happen from the inside out. Okay, because the conventional healthcare system is focused mainly on keeping people sick by putting a band-aid on the illness versus getting to the root cause. So when I sought out functional medicine, I was full of hope for something that would provide me with the clarity I needed to reverse and heal from my autoimmune condition. And I knew if I can do it, then I can help others to do the same. But the longer I implemented and studied functional medicine, the more I ran into similar issues with conventional medicine. It had me look for the root of the issue, but it really lacked the step-by-step intervention that would empower the patients to stand on their own. I realized that path to health isn't a diet, a restrictive one at that, supplements, excessive testing to figure out what's wrong, and over testing is really the premise of functional medicine that the conventional medical system lacks. And in the name of holistic and functional medicine, I felt we were over testing to create a generation of really hypochondriac patients focused on what's wrong. And when you focus on what's wrong, you get more of what you're looking for, versus focusing on how to create health. It was inadvertently creating an identity within each and every one of us to think something's wrong, like an autoimmune patient. As an autoimmune patient, I ought to do this and I can't do these things because these things are what's wrong. And somehow or another, that was my functional medicine. I know more, but knowledge doesn't really heal. And that's why functional yoga medicine was born. It's a truly integrative system that sets you up to connect with your inner healing system for the ultimate self-healthcare system that encompasses the lifestyle blueprint for creating harmony and health from within. Because no matter what, your health is your responsibility. And I believe it is in creating a dependency on external factors like the doctors or the diet or the next, supplement. And when you look outside of you constantly, you take away, and it's very disempowering. I believe we're sick because of the conditions by which we live our lives. And if we have to change our behavior, well, we have to look underneath at what's driving our behavior. It's really underneath the surface, our belief system. It's what we think every day and what that thinking is triggering in our body to feel. Feelings of shame, negativity, anxiety, depression, all those things can be looked at. Not just think, oh, something's biochemically wrong. And yes, biochemistry is affected, and that can be improved with different holistic approaches by giving you some, nutritional aids and such, but that still doesn't get to the root cause of why your system is producing this dysfunctional biochemical system that is sort of broken, right? And in order for us to really fix it, we have to heal the system. And that's really you, right? I believe health is your responsibility. And I believe it is in creating a dependency on external factors that really perpetuate health struggles. It's not enough to obsess over health and create an imbalance in our lives. Because when you obsess over health, a lot of people get sideways and they obsess so much that that becomes an imbalance in and of itself. Because let's face it, look all around you. Those obsessed with diet, supplements, and exercise are usually the ones struggling with health the most. But those who find a healthy balance, they have peace, harmony, and health from within, and they don't have the need to obsess over health, is what I learned. I believe this imbalance in our lives lends itself to sickness and perpetuates sickness simply because of lack of balance. And that's what alkalinity is all about. And within the functional yoga medicine framework that I created, we integrate movement, nutrition, mental and emotional health, and understand how to navigate those ups and downs and how you're thinking and energy founded on science and clinical experience that I bring to the table of over 25 years in psychology, nutrition, physical therapy, functional medicine, and yoga to create the ultimate health by design, providing you at the center to make system work for you rather than you looking outside of you for answers so that you can be free from illness and disease and thrive in your life. Because at the end of the day, that's really what you're looking for. But a lot of people are doing a little yoga over there and then, buying into a little meditation over here, but still struggling. And then going to a functional medical doctor. And then there's the primary care physician over here, maybe some physical therapist to nurture your knee pain, consulting a dietitian to clean up what you're eating. Instead, providing you with a whole system under one roof. And that's what functional yoga medicine. It brings you back to you so that you can learn to create the self-healthcare system within that you can live every single day, developed and refined by you over your lifetime. Health is essential more than ever today, as our baseline for health has declined so much so that our norm is really substandard health. Look around you. There isn't a single person who don't complain about digestive issues, headaches, some muscular pain, poor posture, or lack of exercise, lack of eating healthy, all the things, right? But nobody really has figured it out. A lot of people think they have the answers. There's a lot of experts exploding out there on the internet and social media. But really, if you don't resonate and follow blindly, it's like you hit a wall ultimately, right? And if you're like most, you have a handful of chronic symptoms that have been dismissed by healthcare practitioners and tell you are the epitome of health when really you're harboring symptoms that just don't go away no matter what you try. So you've accepted that as part of you. But I'm here to tell you, it doesn't have to be this way. In fact, the more you dismiss your symptoms, the little tiny symptoms, the more they become the obstacle that prevents you from living your best life. And the key to health, longevity, and wellness is what you do every single day. That's what functional yoga medicine is all about. Founded in science and ancient wisdom, pulling together the polar opposites to create the ultimate self-healthcare system for you that works for you around the clock, putting you at the core. It is really, truly the ultimate self-healthcare system. Like I said, it's really the thing that you need to live the most vibrant life and aim for health and vitality. Because I know for a fact, if you don't have health, you don't have anything. And it's a privilege to know and be in a situation where you can do something about it. And the time is now. Do not let your health slip away because it gets to a point where it can't be reversed. And I've been there multiple times. So if this resonates with you, I'd love for you to really subscribe to my podcast. I'm going to be bringing so much more in the coming year. A lot of the things that I learned, but practical skills that you can live every single day to make functional yoga medicine part of your life. Thank you so much for allowing me this space and time in your life. I know things are busy. I know there's so many things pulling at your attention. So I will try to make our podcast as best sound bites for you so that you can take away the things that matter every single day. It's applied lifestyle medicine. It's the self-healthcare system that you truly need. So thank you guys, and subscribe and visit me at Dr. Connie Chung's. That's CHEUNG. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and of course on my podcast and also YouTube. See you guys all soon.